Mind-blowing valor.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, distinguished guests, beloved participants, our title sponsor Pepsi, other sponsors, and my dear friends. A very warm and gracious welcome to each and every one of you. I am Smriti Krishnakumar, student organizer, and it is with immense pride and excitement that I welcome you all to Rivera 2026. It is a moment of great honor to first welcome our distinguished chief guest, the legendary former captain of the Indian women's cricket team, Mithali Raj. Your remarkable journey, resilience and record-breaking achievement has inspired millions across the nation. Your presence today adds immense pride and motivation to this celebration. We are deeply privileged to welcome our visionary founder and chancellor, Dr. G. Vishwanathan Sir. Your unwavering commitment to excellence and holistic education continues to shape generations of leaders and change makers. We warmly welcome VIT's Vice Presidents, Dr. Shankar Vishwanathan Sir and Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan Sir, whose constant encouragement strengthens the foundation of this institution. Respected Assistant Vice President, Ms. Kadambari Vishwanathan Ma'am, respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Parthasarathi Malik Sir. We also warmly welcome the Deans and Directors of all schools and centers, our beloved faculty members, staff, and all supporting departments whose unwavering efforts make this celebration possible. To our sponsors, partners, press and media, participants, and every member of the audience, welcome to a celebration that belongs to you. As this grand journey begins, may you rise with courage, revel in passion, and rush in celebration. Welcome to Rivera 2026. Thank you.
Now, to give us a glimpse into the exciting 4 days that lie ahead, we now invite Kevin Samuel, student organizer, to take the stage and walk us through what Rivera has in store for us.
Good evening everyone. I am Kevin, your student organizer for Rivera 26. And it gives me immense pride and excitement to stand before you today and welcome you all. I am here to talk about one of the most awaited celebrations of youth, talent and creativity, Rivera 26. Rivera is not just a fest, it is an experience where passion meets performance and ideas transform into impact. This year, Rivera takes place from February 26th to March 1st under the electrifying theme Rise, Rush, Revel. With over 130 plus events, Rivera becomes a vibrant platform where innovation, culture, sports, creativity and intellect come together. From dance battles to soulful music and stage productions, every event reflects youth energy. Highlights like IKEA and Infusion beautifully celebrate diversity and global participation, bringing people together through the universal language of art and culture. Adding to the excitement is the Grand Pro Shows, featuring renowned artists, musicians, DJs and special guests, transforming each evening into an unforgettable celebration filled with energy and connection. Rivera is more than competition and performances. It represents ambition, collaboration, creativity without limits, and the joy of coming together as one community. So as we step into Rivera 26, let us rise beyond boundaries, rush towards our passions, and revel in the spirit of celebration. Thank you.
We request our Honorable Chancellor and founder of VIT, Dr. G. Vishwanathan Sir.
Our chief guest of today is Mithali Raj, Vice President Dr. Shankar Viswanathan, Dr. Shekhar Viswanathan, AVP Kadambari Viswanathan, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Registrar, the Director in charge of the Rivera at Belville, other professors, and my dear students and distinguished invitees. Very good evening to you. I am so happy today that Rivera is being formally inaugurated now, and the inauguration is going to be done by none other than Mithali Raj. What do they want? We have invited her. She has come from Hyderabad. Of course, she can speak Telugu and Tamil both. And you know, a person who has created history in cricket at the national level and world level has come today to inaugurate our Rivera 2026. This began as a small event 23 years ago, and now it is growing year after year. In fact, I find this year is better than what was available last year. I hope this will grow permanently, and this will become a world-level event. In fact, I was asking Dr. Belvin, what is the budget this year? He says 5 crores. I think we started with 10 or 15 lakhs. Now it has gone to 5 crores. And we have guests from various parts of the globe. In fact, I would like to thank the professors and students from Italy who have come all the way, 32 or 33 of them have come. I would like to thank them individually for their participation. And today, I don't know how many of you witnessed the infusion where all the countries demonstrated their skill by songs or dance in Anna Auditorium. That's how we are encouraging globalization, because we strongly believe that India has to play a major role at the world level, and it means that we should be able to do it in education. IIT is always a model institution, and we want to be leading others, and that's how we encourage students from all the parts of India. All the states are here, and union territories are here, and also more than 75 countries. Students come and study here. We encourage them to come from various parts of the globe and study here. And our students, all those who have passed out, who are seniors, they are now working in 84 countries. They're all doing well. In fact, you know, I spent long years in politics. Somebody asked me, how is it that you left the ministerial post, parliament, assembly, etc.? I told him there, I cannot achieve what I am able to achieve now. Last year, 14,500 students have been placed in very good companies. This year, today, we have crossed 10,000. Of course, it's going on. Last year, it was 1,100 companies. I hope this year we will be able to cross it, overtake it, because, you know, the parents, somehow they are able to manage their sons or daughters to get education, but it's difficult for them to get a job, placement. And there we want to be helpful to them, and we want all our students to go for placement. Except those who want to go for higher education, I want all of them to go for a placement. Only thing is, you have to clear all your subjects by 7th semester. When you enter 7th semester, there should be no arrears. Only then you will be eligible for placement. I would very much like our teachers to be telling the students, of course the students are aware, but they must be also told that this is the condition, and I hope all of you are doing well, but there are some who are lagging behind. I would like to invite them that they should also join the race and finally get a placement. And today, you know, these 4 days is for you. Whatever you decide, you do it. In fact, the student organizers are there in hundreds. They decide, and only our teachers are helping them. Rivera is one which is organized by the students, for the student and of the student. We want you to enjoy this, and also you know how to arrange, how to get a guest from outside, what are the problems you face in arrangement, etc. These are the things which will be useful to you in your later life. That's what Rivera means. And I am happy, and I would like to thank Smithali Raj for having accepted an invitation to be here to inaugurate this Rivera 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. There could not be a better start to Rivera 2026.
It is now time to introduce the guest of honor who will officially flag off this 4-day festivity.
For that, I would like to call upon Anya Sirohi and Archit Pratap Singh, student organizers of Rivera 2026, to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's ceremony.
Everyone, I'm Anya.
And I am Archit,
the student organizers of Rivera 2026. We're delighted to welcome you to a night where we honor a sporting icon whose determination and leadership have transformed the landscape of Indian cricket.
It is our absolute privilege to introduce a legendary cricketer, an inspiring captain, and a true pioneer of women's sport in India, a name synonymous with grace, composure, and excellence.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the iconic Mithali Raj.
Born in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, raised in Hyderabad, she made her international debut in 1999 with a magnificent century against Ireland, instantly announcing her arrival on the global stage.
Over a remarkable career spanning more than 2 decades, she became the highest run scorer in women's international cricket and the first woman to cross 7,000 runs in women's one-day internationals. A true symbol of consistency and discipline.
As captain, she led India to 2 ICC Women's World Cup finals, playing a defining role in bringing women's cricket into the national spotlight.
Her achievements have earned her prestigious honors, including the Arjuna Award, the Padma Shri, and the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna.
Beyond her records, her vision for equality and excellence continues to inspire millions across the country.
This evening, as we celebrate Rivera 2026, we honor not just a cricketer, but a trailblazer who has changed the game forever.
So ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, Mithali Raj!
Thank you, ma'am. We are grateful to have your presence among us. Ma'am, your career has been the bedrock for cricket over 2 decades, and we would love to ask you a few questions about your journey, your inspiration, and the legacy you continue to build.
Ma'am, your first international match for India was when you were just 16. Can you walk us through that moment?
Well, firstly, a very good evening to all of you who's present here this evening. And I must admit that I'm envious of all of you because I've not gone through the college life. But every time I'm being invited for events like this, it's just one of those times where I try to be in your shoes and try to enjoy these occasions. Coming to your question, yes, I made my debut very young when I was a 16-year-old, and to be very honest, I don't remember much of scoring 100 on debut. because there was so much of expectations on my young shoulders. But it's a game that I have to go back in time in 1999. I don't know, some of you might not have been even born at that time, but it was a day that everybody, at least my parents, my father would have loved, because I scored 100 for India, and for me I think it just relieved so much of pressure of scoring or performing on my debut game. But if I have to go back in time, I would say that young girl to enjoy the platform given to her, because all the first is always very special. It doesn't happen time and again.
Ma'am, you're such an inspiration to all of us. Thank you so much. Now, would anyone from the audience like to ask any questions?
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Smriti and I have a question.
Where are you?
Ma'am, in front of you.
Okay, yeah.
Ma'am, which would be your favorite cricketing ground?
Well, I've scored a lot of runs in England, in UK. Taunton, where I've scored the world record of 214 runs in a test match. But like every cricketer, whichever ground where I'm scoring a lot of runs is my favorite ground.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello ma'am, good evening. So are you superstitious before a match, and if so, what are some things that you like to do before a match?
I think everybody is superstitious. It's just not athletes or cricketers who are superstitious. I did have a lot of superstitions, and it used to change to different tournaments, different series, different superstitions. But there are a couple of things that I have maintained throughout my career. One is to have a yellow napkin tucked behind, because yellow just brightens my mood. And I would always pad up my left leg first. Contrary to our Hindu rituals where we say every time the right foot forward, but I've been that odd one out with the left leg first. So this is something that I've maintained through my career, but otherwise there have been numerous superstitions.
Thank you so much for answering, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, which team was your toughest opponent, Australia or England?
Well, for the longest time, Australia has been a pretty tough team to beat. But again, English conditions have always been very tough for the cricketers. But I think, yes, I would go with Australia because they're very competitive.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to ask that what was your best moment as a captain of the Indian cricket team?
Well, I think twice I was able to get team to the World Cup final. But I think the first time when we did way back in 2005, under a very different institution. We were not under BCCI. So that team which broke into the finals, we clearly didn't have the resources. There was absolutely no money. And the team going on to play the World Cup final for the first time, an Asian team made it to the World Cup final. I think that really changed our mindset of just not competing, but we are very much capable if given the resources and the facilities to sort of, win against the best sides. So it sort of just like how Rivera is, it's revived the belief in us that we are capable of competing and challenging the best teams in the world.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. My question for you is, do you think that there's a lot of technology and analytics that is being used nowadays in cricket? And if yes, then how is that impacting the game?
Well, I think there has been a huge development of having analysis, and clearly technology has helped to better our skills, to read the game better. It has also given access to a lot of people to have their own opinions watching the television. Even a layman can actually dissect a game or probably give his opinion like an expert. But I think at the end of the day, the more information you're bombarded with, it becomes that much challenging to sort of pick what is required to upgrade your skill. So you again need experts to help you out in identifying what you need to pick from that information which is laid out to you. And a lot was spoken about AI as well. But at the end of the day, it is the gut feeling of a person that cannot be aped by technology. It is still, you require the human emotions to guide you and make decisions. Of course, information helps, it gives you a head start. But again, the human side of it, I don't think the technology can replicate.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I just wanted to ask which format would be your favorite, like T20, ODI or Test matches?
Well, I think for most of you, if given an opportunity, all of you would want to play T20 format. But I've played quite less Test matches, and T20 came in the later part of my career. So I've played a lot of one-dayers. And I believe that it is pretty much has both the Test and the T20 in terms of situations in a one-day format. But I've enjoyed one days because I've played that a lot. I would have loved to play more of Test games.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. If you could give one word about the current Indian women's team, what would it be?
They are soaring.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
So, if you have to describe VIT in one word, what would you say?
Well, I think the enthusiasm and the energy, of course, and I can see that in the way you have greeted me, and the energy is pretty much very infectious in an environment like this. So, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, so many students here are passionate about a career in sports. So what would one advice for them be for you?
Well, if they're passionate about sports, I wonder what they're doing in a setup like this. But, well, I think passion is good. Passion is good, but just having passion doesn't take you anywhere. Everybody dreams, but you need to put in the hard yards. You have to make choices and prioritize where you're heading. So being in this environment, being engineering students, of course that's your priority, that's your profession. And you can play sports as something, as a hobby, and one should, because any physical activities always helps to sort of clear your mind. And people who are passionate about sports should invest some time every day in playing sport. But then clearly, I'm not in a setup where I can give you advice how to take forward your passion, because it's definitely a very different field that you all are in. But my advice, one thing that I would like to tell to all people is that whatever your purpose in life is, you chase it with a lot of ferocity. And don't allow anybody else to dictate how do you go about your ambitions and your dreams. It's your ambition, and you have all the right to see and take the path that it requires.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Will India win today?
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your story with such grace.
Every great festival deserves an iconic moment. One that captures its spirit and signals it's a grand beginning.
Now, to officially declare Rivera 2026 open, we invite our esteemed guest Mithali Raj to mark this moment with a special pose, symbolically playing the shot that sets Rivera into motion.
Audience, what would you like Mithali Raj to play?
She's seen many summers and many winters. She's got a young one.
With that powerful stroke, Rivera 2026 is now officially open. Cricket has always been a symbol of discipline, teamwork and passion at VIT.
To celebrate the spirit of the game, we now invite the men's and women's cricket team of VIT to join us on stage for a special photo session with a guest of honor.
Ma'am, thank you for the autograph on the cricket bat. This is such a memorable moment for all of VIT.
Now we would like the boys cricket team to come on stage for a photograph. Can we have a huge round of applause?
This moment stands as an inspiration for every aspiring sportsperson on campus. Marketing Cluster Manager, Mr. Subaya.
Respecting Marketing Manager, Mr. Bhaskar.
Respected ASM, Mr. Vinay.
ज़्यादा ऑफिस के साथ
2026 officially underway. It's time to celebrate the talent and dedication of our participants with the much-awaited prize distribution ceremony.
On this very day of Rivera opening, a marathon was organized by Physical Education Department in order to lift the spirits among the student community.
Top 3 runner-up from each category, men and women, will be awarded a medal and cash prize of 5,000 for winner, 3,000 for first runner-up and 2,000 for second runner-up by the chief guest.
Beginning up with men's category. The second runner-up is Mr. Pranay Anilka. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? The first runner-up is Mr. Bhaskar P. The winner of marathon in males category is Mr. Ishan Veena Visa. Can you have a huge round of applause for them?
Now, for the female category, the second runner-up is Mr. Maria Hussain. A huge round of applause for her, please. The second runner-up, Mrs. Punmani J. The winner of marathon in female category, Miss Ayushi Jain. A huge round of applause for her, please.
It is now a pleasure to acknowledge the support of a brand that defines refreshment and global excellence.
Congratulations, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Respected MGM, Mr. Punmaya. Respected HOS, Mr. Shekhar.
Respected Marketing Cluster Manager, Mr. Subaya. Respected Marketing Manager, Mr. Bhaskar. Respected ASM, Mr. Vinayagam. May I now request our Chancellor and Founder of VIT, Dr. G. Vishwanathan Sir, to kindly step forward and present a moment and a token for appreciation to the Pepsi team.
Can we hear it for the Pepsi team?
Resilience and our roots in sustainability.
As this sapling takes root, let it stand as a living testament to our commitment to a greener future and a healthier planet for the generations to follow.
Making this ceremony a success.
Now, we welcome Siona Singh, the student organizer of Rivera 2026, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good evening to all. I am Siona Singh, student organizer of Rivera 26, and it is an absolute honor to be here today. As we come to the close of this inaugural ceremony, I would like to sincerely thank everyone who made this occasion possible. On behalf of the entire Rivera 2016, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our respected Chancellor, Dr. G. Vishwanathan Sir, the esteemed leadership of Vellore Institute of Technology, respected Vice Presidents, Dr. Shankar Vishwanathan Sir and Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan Sir, respected Executive Director, Dr. Sandhya Penta Reddy Ma'am, respected Assistant Vice President, Mrs. Kadambari Vishwanathan Ma'am, respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Parthasarathi Malik Sir, respected Registrar, Dr. T. Jaya Bharati Ma'am, and respected Convener of Rivera, Dr. Belvin Edward J. Sir. Your constant encouragement and support make events like Rivera possible. A very special note of gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Mithali Raj. Ma'am, your inspiring presence and powerful words have truly set the tone for Rivera 26. We are deeply honored and thankful that you could join us today. I would also like to thank our faculty members, organizers, managers, coordinators, volunteers, and every individual who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that Rivera 2026 is a success. And finally, to the audience, thank you for your energy, enthusiasm, and spirit. Rivera is alive because of you. With gratitude and excitement for the days ahead, let the celebration.
உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தா நம்ம மைண்ட் ப்ளோயிங் வேலூர் யூடியூப் சேனலை இது வரைக்கும் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணாதவங்க சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லைங்க, லைக் பட்டன் அழுத்தி உங்கள் கருத்துக்களை கமெண்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல பதிவு பண்ணுங்க. மீண்டும் மற்றொரு வீடியோவில் சந்திக்கும் வரை உங்கள் மைண்ட் ப்ளோயிங் வேலூர் யூடியூப் சேனலின் நன்றி, வணக்கம்.